Here in the bathroom, we've got very limited lighting options. Here's the major problem we have with the factory stock lighting. Let's put that on. And then once we realize that it's all on top of the cabinet door. So with the cabinet door up, it's just kind of dim, and I feel like we can do better. I've got a little bit of an edge right here to put the strip lighting behind. So I'm gonna try that and see how it looks. What I should be able to do is wire up the strip lighting to a magnetic switch like I did in the coffee cabinet, and all of that should work perfectly. I believe I'll be able to drill a hole right there, leave the wiring unexposed, and just the strip light running down the inside here. Feeding this wire in here, relying on gravity to take over, because what I've got is the fuse panel at the bottom of the adjoining cabinet, which is great news for having a place to feed power from. I'll just have to figure out where these wires have decided to go in the meantime. I'm ready to make a wiring connection up here. What I've done is put the strip lighting through the cabinet, and the wires go through the wall and back, and they're gonna meet actually in the space between the wall and the cabinet. It's exactly the thickness of the body of a Wago connector. And what that's gonna do is give us the ability to tuck them out of sight in that little wall, and none of the wiring will show from the inside of the cabinet. Before I put this back in place, quick magnet check. Oh, what the heck. I've miscalculated. I think I'm running way too much amperage through that switch right now. It's actually starting to deform. It's really hot. The other one stopped working. This one has also stopped working. Must be an amperage limit. Just learned something. I meticulously stuck double-sided tape all the way down this, then I tried to stick it up to here. Once I got slightly misaligned, it wanted to stick to the cabinet more than it wanted to stick to the light. Complete mess, utter chaos. Wish I had video. Anyway, I had to peel all of that stuff off and throw it away, and I'm gonna do it again. This time I'm gonna stick the double-sided tape here and then stick the light where it goes versus trying to line it up correctly the other way around. Installation wise, this is what I wanted in terms of the light quality. Nice diffuse light over the whole area behind me in the cabinet. One thing I don't like is that I killed the switch over here trying to get this figured out. And ultimately I probably shouldn't have the whole light strip hooked up. Maybe it's just too much amperage for those little switches. I think we're running about 1/5 of the whole length of that strip now, and it's definitely not getting as warm. I'll have to figure out a switch situation. Didn't get everything I wanted today because I messed up the switch, but temporarily wired in a little click switch. Does what I need it to for right now. Gonna reorder some of those magnet switches. I think I know better than to overload them now, so I learned a bit of an important lesson there. But this light is where I want it. It's giving us a nice light across the whole cabinet.
Looks like we still need more tuning here. You can see the soot on the trailer. I will have to get Mr. Wheeler or myself involved tomorrow.
I've already filmed quite a bit of this, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but pull the belly down so that we can prime and then black paint everything up here. A lot of the powder coat seems to be coming off. Not ideal. It's a 2018 trailer. Don't think it has anything to do with flooding. It's just the powder coat doesn't really stick well. Not too sure. It does look like I have to revisit the sitting problem here. Made a little adjustment last time to get a better air-fuel ratio. I'm not sure I went the wrong way or just not far enough the right way. But you can see somebody's been here to point out that we're not quite burning clean. start with a clean surface and see if we get more sooting. I'm gonna make an adjustment now. How's your Christmas coffee?
Made of dreams, buddy. Made of big, big dreams.
I wish we could have afforded to buy all of it.
Well, you couldn't find it. I didn't know it was a thing until one of your guys gave you a K-cup of the HEB,
Christmas in a cup.
yeah, Christmas in a cup. And it's kind of just delightful. A
Yeah.
little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla. I don't know. It's delightful.
I'm not allowed to have any because we're on
Oh,
rations.
rations.
Yeah. I get free coffee at work, but I can tell we're not springing for the high-end brands. Got to check out the propane and wonder if we've got a leak. Shauna can smell something inside, and we definitely don't have any propane going. So, makes me wonder if I've got a leak here on the hitch. Gonna take the hitch apart and just kind of paint the connections in there on all the propane surfaces with this and see if we get any bubbling, any sign of leakage. I'm really used to a faint whiff coming out of here, but this smells stronger than it should. That's not good. I've moved my microphone down here. Maybe you can hear it hiss. Why is that leaking? These things are new and they're leaking right from the plastic piece. That doesn't seem right at all. After a little investigation here, it seems like the roadside one leaks even worse than the curbside one. We've been running off the curbside tank for a while with the roadside valve off. Well, we were both a little surprised that the tank sensor was as low as it was, that we needed propane on the one side after filling so recently. And she thought she might smell something too. So I really do think we've been losing propane to this leak, and that's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? She's really a bloodhound, and if there's something off, she'll smell it, which brings me back to the other thing. We had the tank overflow issue, and I felt bad because there was a couple days of work that she had to do from home before we really got ahead of that. A lot of cleaning. I feel like we're doing pretty good. I think we're ahead of it. To top it off, right now, the propane actually is out at the campground, so we could go to Tractor Supply and fill, but we'd rather just kind of fill close by and not spend a lot of time on it. But then here we are, spending time on trying to figure out where our propane's actually going. So maybe I shouldn't be in a rush to refill. I should figure out why, after 2 weeks, and it hasn't been particularly cold, why we need propane already. Maybe this is a good opportunity for us to dig in and see if there's a better option for the propane pigtails and improve a couple of our other situations. Like this thing's been on and off, not burning quite right. Made another tweak. I'm hoping it's better, but it's a little bit of time has to pass before I'm really sure. Had some success today calling around for propane pigtails. I couldn't actually find any to buy, but I spoke with Camping World, a couple RV supply places in addition, also Ace Hardware. Turns out nobody at those locations is really happy with the quality of the propane pigtails they can buy. They recommended Weber would be about the best ones, but the problem with those is they're very specific to the grills that Weber sells. Usually with a gas line has a regulator on it. They don't have just a plain tank to screw fitting. And so what I actually got a recommendation from Camping World is to check with a place that actually makes propane lines directly. They'll make their own, so they'll make to order, and I have the potential to get those on Monday, and that's what I'm interested in trying. Between now and Monday, I think we can get away without using any propane. Electric hot water, shouldn't need much for heat, so a little space heater if we have to, or heat pump. And then we'll just try to figure out how to cook whatever we want to cook without using the gas stove. So I think we can get by, and it'll be okay till we find a good solution. Just about ready here. Going with Foam King sprayer. Used it once, liked it, went pretty well. If memory serves, we went a little heavy above the line and then added water the rest of the way up and got a pretty good mix. Gonna use this guy for scrubbing with a mitt on it, and that worked pretty well last time. Get the sap off, bird poop, dirt, dust, etc. Just gonna pre-wet everything real quick and then start with the foam cannon.
Andrew,
Yep.
want some help?
What's up?
Want some help?
No, I'm pretty dry. I can stay dry by myself.
Oh, sure.
I don't need any help drying out.
Okay, okay.
Nuts. Sorry, bad time.
I'll be able to get you back. I'll get you back.
I didn't mean to soak you. I was spraying underneath the awning.
I will
Here,
get you
get up in the corner. I hadn't got there yet. We squeezed in a quick wash. We try to keep it discreet in the campground because we're kind of not supposed to, but that's 3 or 4 washes in the last year or so. So we really have to keep this. It is a salvage trailer, but we really want to keep this thing clean, keep the sap off, keep the bird poop off. Campground has a 4-month limit, and they've graciously allowed us to keep staying here. So we're trying to keep it looking neat, but also not stretch the rules. So.
All right, good morning. It is a beautiful day. It's supposed to be in the low 70s and lightly breezy here in Texas today. I'm kind of excited. We'll get some stuff done. And yesterday when Andrew was washing the rig, he discovered more wet on my side of the bed. So we're going to be hunting for that a little bit today. And some housekeeping and just general wheeler shenanigans.
Good morning. I have to tell you, as the first man to have allergies and actually survive, I'm kind of in rough shape. But I'm thinking if we move this thing forward, we've been running it in the bedroom, but if we run it midday, here, maybe we get a little better air quality inside the trailer. And it's going to be nice today. We should resist opening to the air.
You mean you're not going to open the hatch?
Yeah, I don't know if we got cedar pollen, leaf mold, I don't know. Any of those allergies, they're all hitting me pretty hard right now. Whatever it is, it's getting me. Got this going. Sorry it's going to be a bit of a hazard in the way while you're working today, but
That's okay. I'd rather us both breathing better than...
Yeah, I think it's worth the experiment to get the air clean. And then up here, we're going to clean those filters too. I haven't done a full disassembly on these in a couple weeks, but clearly you've been cleaning them because there's no external dust, but we got to get in there to get the filters clean. I'm going to go grab a screwdriver.
Okay.
Looks like we've got a little bit of pass through here. We'll have to work on that. You can see where we've got a little bit of leakage here.
I'll go get a rag to clean it. I had planned to clean the dust in the ceiling anyway today. So this is a good task. This one is a little bit oily from the cooking. I got most of it, but we're not cooking with propane until we get new pigtails, so it's going to be air frying and microwaving, which I love the air fryer. I don't love the microwave, so we'll see what I come up with.
Oh, that's a lot.
Ick. Well, it's doing its job.
Yep.
Get Timmy?
We'll get Timmy, see if he can get it clean.
Well, Timmy's meeting expectations again. Doing nothing. I keep telling myself I'm going to get a Dyson vacuum, but I just don't want to spend the money. What's the plan, mister?
Since Timmy's doing nothing, I think if I blow him out with the air from the truck on this side,
it might come out. It's worth a try.
Yeah. Clean his filter, which we're gonna fill right back up again, but I'm putting these back together. I'm going to reinstall them and move on to the next, but I do think we need new carbon filters. This set was much easier to vacuum. The dust sucked right out because there wasn't an oil issue. I definitely think we should buy some extra charcoal filters, but I don't think we have to replace the ones in here as frequently as the ones over the stove. A few weeks ago, we did a mold test here in the Airstream, and while we didn't find anything too terribly concerning, we have spent some time over our break cleaning the deep, dark corners of the Airstream, because given the history of it, we want to make sure we stay on top of things. After the black tank event, we have thoroughly cleaned and sanitized, and there really isn't any residual smell, but check this out. This should help us make an absolutely inhospitable environment for anything. So this is not a replacement for actual cleaning, but after we've cleaned everything that we think we can, we're gonna try this ozone generator. Now, I called around locally to brick and mortar stores trying to either rent one of these things or buy one, and basically everybody was trying to sell me a gas-powered, generator, not really getting what I was asking about, and I guess nobody really carries them locally, so ultimately we had to buy one. This little guy is going to change our plans for the day. We were thinking we would leave it all locked up and closed up to keep the allergens out, but now this means we've got to open up the trailer. Here's why. This is an ozone generator. Strictly speaking, we can't breathe it. We need to treat the area for, say, a half an hour or an hour, leave it closed, and then open it up and air it out. What that will do is make a very inhospitable environment for things like mold and things that may create a smell. For all my fellow nerds out there, this is using an electrical charge to split O2 or oxygen molecules, the air we breathe, into single molecules that are looking to bond or react with things in our environment. What that does is break down things that smell. So we're gonna get lucky there. We're gonna take this in bite-sized chunks. So I'm gonna start the timer for 30 minutes. We're gonna let it run and treat the trailer, and then we're gonna come back and open everything up so all the ozone can air out. I'll report back. Let's get started. Guess while we are stuck outside, it makes sense for me to dump the tanks. I know I need to set a timer. Pretty sure I did set a timer when I had the event. It was just that I was so tired. Did something I shouldn't do, which is to dump after dark, because it's just hard to kind of visually confirm everything is right. Can't really say what I did wrong, but right now I'm doing that thing so I don't have an issue, which is set a timer. Timer set. Somebody changed my timer alarm to sprinkles. Wonder who did that. Dumping the tank seems like the best use of my time while I'm doing this ozone treatment. Don't want to be too far from the trailer because I kind of don't know what's going to happen. On the other hand, I'm not in there, so I don't know if something's weird. I guess we'll find out. Main thing is that we've got to kind of open most of the doors and windows when we're done with this to let it ventilate out for probably another half an hour. A little breezy today, that might help. In the end, this would have been the most important double check I could have made before I walked away, which was to make sure my flush line was disconnected. We're good now. Sean is coming back from reparking the truck, and oh yeah, it's I think it's gonna be better.
Okay.
A couple interesting things to talk about though. Let's go through it.
All right, let's go inside.
All right, it's been about 2 hours that it's been airing out. What do you think?
I don't smell brisket. I don't smell musty anything. Because we had done air fryer brisket, there's no food smell. It smells sort of, I mean, there is a smell.
It has a smell. I can't put my finger on it.
Right, and it's not like ozone after a lightning storm. I don't exactly know. Kind of smells fresh and weird. We certainly could do it again if we need to, like on a really humid day, if things were to get like dank in the humidity, which is coming in the warmer weather.
Something to consider, but I think it's worked for us right now.
I really think this has been a win. Congratulations on digging yourself out of that mess, Andrew. I think we should address the leaking awning or leaking whatever might be up in that corner.
Yeah, we definitely have a couple things to work on still, but I think we're better off here.
We are looking for that leak at the awning arm attachment. There is access on the inside and Andrew is in there. We are going to spray water and see if any of this is leaking on the inside.
Just remember the scope camera. I'll be right back. I'm starting to get a little stressed out here about how long and how much water exposure has been happening to the floor in this particular area. It seems to come down the rivet line, but whether it's the rivets, the screws that hold the awning, or what, I can't tell.
It could be lights.
It could be the lights up here.
It could be the rock guard.
It seems to be chasing down this line. So we've got the rock guard mount just to this side, the lights, the awning mount up in the corner is above here, and I just can't see enough to understand where the water source is coming from. Well, I've got to wait for everything to dry now, to get really dry, and I don't want to be the type of person who just gobs on sealant on everything, but I'm starting to get a little bit desperate now. I feel like the floor's still solid. It's only a matter of time. Trailers leak, that's not really the problem. I mean, everything takes maintenance. The problem is how long it's taken for me to find this leak. I just don't know whether it's coming from high or low or middle, but as soon as this trailer's dry again, we're gonna have to revisit this problem.
Hey man, I see you have presents. Here, hold on, let's turn on the lights first because it's a little dark to be filming.
Yes.
Did you go to Tractor Supply?
No, these are custom made from an RV dealer that will make to order propane pigtails.
What was the name of the place?
Texas RV Supply.
Okay, and they custom make them for
They
you?
custom make them.
Really?
So we can test these out. I am hoping they last longer. So these were a little more expensive than you might find because they were $80 to have them sort of custom made while I waited. But they made up in 15-20 minutes. So this is our fourth set this year. And while I could have tried another set of off-the-shelf ones, I opted to buy these because ultimately we're not saving any money buying cheaper ones. And I am thinking that these, based on how it feels like they're made, are a better choice for us, and I'm optimistic.
Well, we'll report back.
Yeah, we will report back and see how they do. I just got home from work. I'm losing the light, but I do want to go rush out and put these on. I'll probably do a leak check next filming day, and we'll follow up and see how they're doing.
Please don't disassemble the hitch in your work clothes.
Right, I've got to change in case I get greasy.
Good call.
New propane pigtails are installed and leak checked. As you can see, I've run out of light here, but I did get the job done. And follow up next week and see how they're doing.
Took a few days, but my magnetic reed switches are now here, and I'm going to install them. And I should have nice open cabinet, light turns on action when I'm done. Time for the unveiling. Light goes on when the door opens. What I've got here is magnet on this side, switch on this side. When the magnet gets close, it shuts off. That's using the white and black wires here. And they're more or less hidden behind the hinge. Pretty happy with that installation. This is the effect we were looking for. Nice even light across the cabinet. You know what? I think I should add a strip here. I think that it'll give us a nice quality of light when it's up. If I put them on the same switch when this is up, we get light here and nice light down below. I'm gonna give it a try. It occurs to me that if somebody's sleeping and somebody's rummaging in the medicine cabinet in the middle of the night, it might be a lot of light, but probably won't be me getting woken up, so that's okay. The magnetic reed switch is working like I wanted. I've got the wiring tucked back and out of the way. I will say the 16 feet of full length rope light, we've never tried that much running through the switch. Apparently it was too much. We didn't know, so we did get a little delay in the project by having to wait for another set, but everything's gone well here. On to the next project.
That's all we have for this week, guys. Please like, subscribe, click the notification bell for more Airstream Wheeler content.